Hello, I'm Dr. Martin Charles from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I'm pleased to introduce a new device we developed in collaboration with MedOne, the GentleJect Cannula. The device consists of a transparent silicone reservoir with a one-way valve on one end and a luer lock connection on the other, allowing the attachment of a 25-gauge blunt cannula which is included in the pack. To load and prime the device, simply attach the cannula to one end of the reservoir and connect your syringe containing the dye to the opposite luer lock fitting where the one-way valve is located. Gently inject the dye until a small drop appears at the tip of the cannula. It's a remarkably simple and practical system, designed to make the process safer, more precise, and more efficient. Once it's ready, you can disconnect the syringe and the device is fully loaded for use. In this first case, we observe a retinal detachment with PVR. We begin the surgery by performing a complete vitrectomy and then inject perfluorocarbon liquid using the dual-bore cannula from MedOne. Once the retina is stabilized at the posterior pole, we proceed with the staining step. Here we can see the GentleJect, already prepared and ready for use. Notice how it consists of this silicone chamber, almost like a soft silicone capsule, which allows the dye to be delivered in a very gentle and controlled manner. By applying gentle finger pressure on the sides of the silicone reservoir, you can deliver the dye smoothly and precisely with minimal risk of fluid jet formation. Under perfluorocarbon, you can clearly appreciate how easily this system allows us to reach the interface between the perfluorocarbon and the retina, achieving an outstanding staining effect. This design allows controlled application very close to the retinal surface and also enables targeted dispersion of small amounts of dye in specific areas. After completing the staining, within just a few seconds, we proceed to perform an extensive internal limiting membrane peel. In this second case, which is a simpler procedure, we perform a phaco-vitrectomy, a combined surgery for epiretinal membrane removal. We start with phacoemulsification through a 4.6 mm capsulorhexis. We continue with irrigation and aspiration, followed by capsular polishing and implantation of the intraocular lens in the capsular bag. We then prepare a 27-gauge vitrectomy setup with 4 valved cannulas. Once again, we use the GentleJect, this time for staining under BSS. In this situation, the staining is negative because in addition to the internal limiting membrane, there is also an epiretinal membrane, which partially prevents the dye from adhering to the underlying surface. Conclusion: the GentleJect cannula offers a simple, precise, and safe way to deliver dye during vitreoretinal surgery. Its controlled flow, gentle application, and versatility under both perfluorocarbon and BSS make it an excellent tool for everyday surgical use. With the increasing use of staining dyes in vitreoretinal surgery, the GentleJect cannula offers an elegant, safe, and efficient solution for precise dye application. The implication. Thank you for your attention.